A sailor saw something calling him from the dark sea. The night he jumped overboard, I learned the ocean remembers every soul it takes. I work as a deckhand on a cargo ship that runs routes across the North Atlantic. It's a brutal, unforgiving stretch of water, especially when the weather turns. Some of the older sailors say the sea here remembers things. I used to laugh at that. Not anymore. It all started with Eric. He was one of our best sailors, quiet, experienced, the kind of guy who didn't scare easily. One evening, just before sunset, he told me something strange. He pointed out over the rail and said, "Do you see that?" I squinted at the horizon, but all I saw was dark water and the fading line of the sun. Eric's face had gone pale. "There's a small boat right there," he said, pointing to a spot maybe 30 meters from our starboard side. "Someone's waving at me." I know that face, but there was nothing, absolutely nothing. I called over our chief mate, a weathered guy named Rolf who'd been on these waters longer than I've been alive. He listened, then looked Eric dead in the eye and said, "There's no boat out here, and if something calls you from the sea, you ignore it. Do you understand? These waters, they're not right." Eric just nodded, unsettled. That night, he barely spoke a word. Around 2 a.m., Eric woke up screaming. He told me he'd had a dream where his childhood friend, someone who had died years ago, was calling him from a little wooden boat. In the dream, this friend said, "Tomorrow when I call, you have to come. Your ship will sink. Only my boat can save you." I tried to calm him down, but he was shaking like a leaf. He told Rolf about the dream. Rolf just frowned and said, "Stay away from the edge of the deck. The sea takes who it wants." The next night it happened again. We were on watch when Eric stopped dead in his tracks. His face went white. "There," he whispered, pointing to the dark waters. I followed his gaze, but saw nothing but the reflection of the moon. "He's calling me," Eric said, his voice trembling. "He's telling me to get on the boat. Our ship is going to sink." I grabbed his arm. "There is no boat, Eric. You're seeing things." Before I could stop him, he ran to the edge and climbed onto the railing. I yelled for help, but it was too late. He jumped. We all rushed to the deck, shining flashlights into the black waves. I saw his head for a second, bobbing in the water, as if something was pulling him down. His eyes looked wild, terrified. Then he was gone. The sea swallowed him whole. We searched for hours, but there was nothing. No trace of him. That was 3 nights ago. Last night, while I was standing on deck alone, I heard someone whisper my name. When I looked out, there was nothing but the dark sea.